Chiropractor, Dr. Gregory Johnson. We have Peyton back here with us today for an adjustment. And Peyton's been doing quite well with his treatment here so far. He's a little bit stiff and sore from sleeping wrong, which is probably the number one way that most people get misaligned or subluxated from their posture, is sleeping wrong on their sides with their head cocked over like that, or sleeping on their shoulders or their hips twisted. Peyton, let's take a look at your posture here first. Let's have you flex your head forward and then backwards, please. And neutral. Yeah, take a look. Tell me what you see with the relationship with your head and neck to your shoulders.
Still feel like I'm forward and to the right.
Exactly. That's good. You're getting good at reading yourself. And down here?
Yeah.
To the right as well?
As
right
far
there?
as the room in between. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is decompress his spine on the y-axis. And this is the reason that I do this spinal decompression. Slide down this way a little bit, Peyton. A little bit more where your hips are right underneath that. A little bit more. There you go. Is that the spine and the vertebral motor units, which there are 24 freely movable vertebrae in the spine, and then the pelvis at the base of the spine, which starts with the sacrum in the center and the ilii on each side, move in three axes. The x-axis, which goes across here, the y-axis, which is straight up and down, and then the z-axis, which is straight through. So this is adjusting the spine on the y-axis. Okay. Whew. Yep, that's why we call it ring dinger, because it gets everything on the y-axis in one split second. And we're only moving the spine through its natural, okay, I got you, range of motion to the anatomical integrity of the ligaments. Because when you go past the anatomical integrity of the ligaments, you get a sprain injury, which is a ligament injury, which is much more severe than a muscle strain. Okay, let's come over here on your tummy now. And now, on this BioPhysics drop piece table, I would be adjusting the X, Y, and Z axes. Right leg is coming up about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch short in this position, in the prone position. Now when I bring it up, it actually gets even. That probably tightens up a little bit in your low back, doesn't it, Peyton?
Yes, sir.
Yep. So we're going to adjust his right SI joint first. So you notice I got a little bit of the x-axis, the y-axis, and the z-axis on this particular adjustment of the right sacroiliac joint. Because the joint plane is just like this at about 45 right down through the pelvis. I'm contacting the inner part of the right ilium, and now I'm adjusting the sacrum, the middle triangular shaped bone, straight superior to inferior on the y-axis, and also the z-axis, posterior to anterior. Now I'm on the left SI joint. My contact is on the thenar eminence on the inside of the ilium, which on one side is called the ilium bilateralis ilii plural. There's L4 and L5, L3, L2, all the way up to L1. Now this was mostly in the z-axis, but some of the y-axis as well. This is the Z and Y-axis. You notice my angle's going up, and that's the way the facets and joints line up. That's the mid-thoracics, which move great. I better quit talking, they'll be yelling at me. There we go, good job. I know all you crack addicts out there don't really care that much about the biomechanics and what we're doing, but some people like to learn about it. There we go, good. Now I'm going to be adjusting his cervical spine P to A in the Z-axis and Y-axis. Good. And again, this is adjusting P to A along the lines of the facets themselves. Okay, let's go on your back now. That's an excellent adjustment today. Okay, so now I'm going to be contacting his zygomatic process with my thenar eminence. I'm going to adjust his head straight up in the Y-axis and then externally rotate it on the X-axis. There. This helps bring his head up over his shoulders, and you can see from the side angle here, his ear's over his shoulder right now. Now go ahead and slide down just a little bit for me. And let's put your arms straight out, palms facing up. Now I'm going to be adjusting his acromioclavicular joints bilaterally, the sternoclavicular joint on the left and the right, and the costosternal joints in the front here, right where the ribs meet the sternum. This really opens up the chest and allows people to breathe better, and it helps their shoulder biomechanics and alignment too. You can relax your hands on your tummy. And now I'm just decompressing on the Y-axis his knee, but you should feel that all the way up in your lower back. There you go. Good job. Okay, let's hit you up, face this way. Nice cool weather we're having, huh?
Oh yeah.
It's down in the mid-80s here in Houston, which is great weather for us. I think it's even been getting in the 60s at night, hasn't it?
I think so, a couple times.
Yeah. Good. See, that was his shoulder, left elbow, wrist, carpal bones. Now I'm adjusting his phalanges. Good. There. Excellent. Okay, let's come over here in front of the mirror. Now, a lot of you have asked this question before, what does this do? I'm actually adjusting his atlas on the X-axis, which sends neurological information into the cerebellum. The cerebellum controls balance, posture, coordination, and all kinesthetic movement throughout the body. So we want to affect a neuroplasticity change in his all biomechanics in his brain, his neurology. So, which is basically muscle memory. Let's have you close your eyes and go forward and backwards again. And then neutral. Now see, his head's up and back more than it was when he walked in, but he's still a little bit right. So his home exercise is lift your shoulders up and pull back. Flare those like that. I'm going to bring the head straight back, and then I'm going to translate you a little bit this way. Don't rotate too much. Go ahead and shift your pelvis for me now. That's it. Okay, a little tap there. Good. Okay, now relax. And let's have you flex your head forward and backwards again. This should feel a little smoother to you. Yep, take a look in the mirror right now. It's really even down here. Shoulders are better, but you're still off just a little bit to the right. Peyton, would you mind sharing with our YouTube audience what getting adjusted on all three axes feels like?
Feels a lot better. I've been really stiff the last couple days. I guess since about Sunday or Monday. I was trying to get in as soon as I could, but I know it'll help me out a lot tonight when I go to sleep. And I think it's been.
Does it feel better right now, though?
Yeah. It's been about 2 or 3 weeks since I was in for adjustment. So.
Yeah, and you're just coming in now on an as-need basis when you need to.
Yes, sir.
So we don't put our patients on big, long, drawn-out treatment programs. We get them well as fast as possible, and then they come in whenever they want to. So this is your Houston chiropractor, Dr. Gregory Johnson at Advanced Chiropractic Relief in Houston, Texas. We'll see y'all soon.